So hopefully, we haven't recorded in a while. This is nice.
Yeah.
Kind of getting back into it.
Got a lot on the agenda.
Yeah, we do have a lot on the agenda, so there's going to be a lot of things over the next month or so that's going to come out of this recording session. But what I'm hoping is that I haven't been hosed by marketing again, by Total Wine. Because what's happened previously is we had a particular beer, the Sneaky Pete, which was being marketed like crazy at Total Wine as I was walking around, and
The Laughing Dog, is that one?
No, it was called Sneaky Pete. And it was a double IPA.
Laughing Dog, or wasn't it? Who was the brewery?
Was it Laughing Dog?
I thought it was
Sneaky Pete.
I thought it was that one, but I could be wrong.
It's at the bottom of the screen right now, whoever that is. I just remember the picture of it because it was the dog, and it looked like he'd kicked something over, like the beer glass, or had urinated or something. I'm not sure what was going on, but anyway, so we didn't like that one. It was not good. So, like I said, here's another. We just got this in. So I'm hoping that it's just a wave of they finally got this brewery or this particular beer style and things into the market. I'm hoping this works out. So that is what as well. So that is what we have for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage we are about today is a beer from Barrel Trolley Brewing Company, also known as
AKA
World Beers,
okay,
out of Rochester, New York.
And this is their IPA. They've got about 5 different beers. They have I'm looking here, a pale ale, a Belgian white, an amber. So they're doing,
some basics.
Yeah, your basic styles and stuff like that. So I grabbed the IPA. That's usually what we kind of gravitate toward, like most of the microbrew enjoying kind of world.
Unless they had a sour.
They did not. Wouldn't that have been funny?
That would have been funny.
They do these really generic beers, and then also and we have a sour.
And we have a sour.
We broke out to a sour.
A 2-week-old sour.
No.
You might like it.
But fairly inexpensive. It's a $6.99 for the 12-pack, and I cannot remember what the alcohol was.
6
and change?
0.3, I believe. Let me see.
Yep. Okay.
6.3.
6.3. So kind of mid-range.
What did we do before we had the iPads?
I don't know.
Well, we weren't live video.
That's
before
true.
The iPads,
yeah, we had information in other places.
Yes.
But so anyway, they've got at least 3 or 4 of those different styles actually at Total Wine. So all on the end cap, and I was like, all right, you'll sucker me in again. It's not too expensive. Give this one a go.
Did you just buy one bottle, or did you get a 6-pack?
I just bought one bottle.
Okay. Good.
I wasn't feeling that insane.
Yeah.
I'd been tricked before.
We spend a lot of money on other things, so
yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
That's what I do. That's what I do appreciate is that even on that kind of thing, you can still just pick one.
Yep.
Which is very handy. So
that is gold, bullion, coppery, orange. Not orange, really, but
there's an orange tinge in there, though. But mostly, more toward
clear.
The bullion. I like that bullion. That's kind of
copperish.
Yeah.
You see that gold.
Definitely. Nice head retention, kind of still hanging around.
Yep.
Not a lot of lacing to speak of.
No.
It's kind of
even when you swirl it, it goes down pretty fast.
They didn't say which, but on their site they do mention, which we'll have a link to at AboutBeverages.com, that they used 4 aggressive hops in here.
And I get some of the...
They specifically use the word aggressive.
The the onion ring.
Yeah, there's kind of some deep fry oil in there.
Yeah,
kind of.
Well, and I'd love to know. You haven't pinpointed that specific hop yet, have you?
The onion ring hop.
Because we do pick that one up, and I do pick that note up from time to time in beers.
Yeah. There's definitely something.
Get that.
Just mostly more toward that savory. Like I'm not really getting. There's maybe a hint of. There's a hint of grapefruit or something back there too, I think, but that's pretty light. It's mostly about the deep fry oil, et cetera, et cetera. Their aggression was left in the aroma.
Yeah, there are some notes of that what we found in the aroma, but
mostly the bitterness is kind of what's left there, and even that goes away quickly, which isn't bad.
You mean at the end, back of your tongue?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that still. It's not bad.
No,
it's not. It's probably a good. We always say this. Well, not always say this, but this would be one of those maybe beginners almost IPA, but maybe a little too sour.
Yeah, a little bit. I think
it's not clean enough.
A little too sour, a little too bitter at the back. I've had other things that are much more flavorful. It just depends on how flavorful you want to go for different people. But this is It's mostly bitter, getting a little it's kind of watering the sides of my mouth a little bit. Yeah, it's actually in the flavor. It's kind of bland.
Yeah.
It's not.
It just has the sour or a bitter. I guess in beer vernacular we want to say bitter.
Yeah, there's just a bitterness to the back. There is that kind of, I don't know, heavier fermented kind of fruit. I think that's kind of the lemon that I always talk about, where it's kind of in the middle of the tongue and just kind of seems to just sit there.
There's not a lot as in the mid palate, and there's not really a lot rise. There's
right.
not just not a lot going on in there. It's fairly simple and straightforward. Gets right to the back, hits the bitter sour angle there with a little bit of fruit, and then dissipates.
Yeah,
but it's not. I wouldn't not recommend it, but I also am not going to say, "Wow, we got to go back and get that." But certainly be worth trying another barrel.
Who would you recommend it to?
Who would I recommend?
Yeah,
it to?
This is definitely good enough that I will try a couple of their other things. This one did not. Some of their other stuff, whether you are into that or not, has won a few awards. Their Amber, I think, had and some other ones. So I would try those, or at least one of them, just as another sampling. But
I don't know who I would recommend it to.
Right. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to hang my hat on, hey, you should try that barrel trolley, and then somebody thinks, well, that guy recommended that. There wasn't,
right.
I mean, you probably, and somebody who does know what they're talking about with IPAs is probably going to think the same thing we did, and think, why did they recommend that? Because it wasn't like fabulous one way or the other. It wasn't like fabulous. It wasn't like horrible. It wasn't like groundbreaking or anything like that. It probably has a sort of middle of the road appeal. And I'm not in the middle of the road when it comes to IPAs.
No, it's probably more of a local sports bar kind of IPA or something like that. That if, hey, we've got these the people this want to I'm usually grabbing some other American draft, and I'm gonna splurge and go for this IPA. Like that would probably maybe hit their taste buds in the right way, because they're used to kind of that sour in the middle of your tongue and that not getting anything else. So this one they're like, oh, that's an IPA. It's got a little bitter in it.
And I guess
I guess it would kind of hit those notes for those people.
Like we were at the Diamondbacks game Friday night, and you guys were at the Diamondbacks game earlier this year. Their bomber selection is not what it used to be.
No, it's not. It's really gone downhill.
It's very sad. I almost, in that situation, if I saw that there, I would consider it, because I actually almost considered buying one of the brewery that's in Phoenix, Camelback or whatever, the Camelback IPA.
Uh-huh.
I almost considered buying one of those just because I
Did they
thought
sell
I would
the
try
Fat
something.
Tire in bombers?
No.
Okay.
No.
I wound up getting they had that when I was there.
Not when we were there. I don't think so. If it did, I saw the Dos Equis. I saw some Sam Adams offerings.
Dos Equis is always nice.
It was the green though.
Oh,
I like
never
the
mind
amber
then.
a little better.
No, I like the amber quite a bit. I don't like
with the Blue Moon.
That's always all right. Oh, draft. Okay.
Yeah, and they had it in the bomber too, but
there's like that point now with baseball games, unless it's for like a nostalgia reason, like whenever I make it back to Illinois and see a Cubs game or something like that. Like if I don't see something, I'm like, that's not worth it. I'd rather have a soda. I'd rather have a soda.
Yeah.
I
probably should have gone that route too. that was an expensive 24 ounces of beer. So
yeah.
But and then we went to Chili's after that, and she listed her draft beer selections, and I went with the Kilt Lifter.
Okay. Oh, that's a little better. Like down here, if you happen to go to a Chili's, usually it's like I think the best sometimes is a Sam Adams.
It was a Sam Adams seasonal, but I've had the seasonal recently on draft, so I thought, so I went up.
And the Oktoberfest is good. Sometimes they have the New Belgium, but they had the New Belgian, that one that I really did not like. And then I had
the Ranger or the Belgo.
No, it's like the Pilsner. Like they had something they had that lighter one.
Oh, the Blue Paddle Pilsner?
Yeah.
That one's good.
Did not like that.
Oh, I've had that in the past.
No, that was just
I haven't had it in a few years, but
light, empty little beer.
Well, it is and that's what they're a lager brewery, and that's like their
sure.
That's their,
no, it's just I thought
they're an ale brewery, and then they have that lager, and now they have the Shift, which I thought
I'd like to try that sometime.
It's pretty good. I like
all right, we've gotten off topic.
Anyway, we
have. Where you can go to find all of these topics and many more is at the website at AboutBeverages.com. That's where you can find the tasting notes for this beer, along with where it hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're there, definitely follow us on Facebook. Actually, I always do this wrong. I've screwed this up the last 2 times. Follow us on Twitter.
Oh.
Become a fan of us on Facebook. Okay. And then also, obviously, you can always go to Untapped. That's where I'm usually checking in with a bunch of the beers that I'm having throughout the week. Oh, speaking of trolleys. I don't know if that'll
kind of sound like a trolley.
But definitely check out all those things. We're in many, many places, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. So that's another way you can always know what we're recently posting.
Stay current.
That's right. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.